Show. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Milwaukee Brewers. John Shelby and Chris Singleton with you. And Singy, these two teams aren't rivals in the sense they play in the same division, but it's clear they have each other's attention.
Yeah, and they should be on each other's radars, and they could very well find themselves playing each other again in the postseason. And I'll tell you, that's a recipe to fast track a rivalry. Both teams are talented, and I can't imagine a scenario where one backs down in this matchup.
So just about set now. And starting in this one, Wade Miley. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4. But this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
All right, ready to get underway. Here's the veteran shortstop, Trey Turner. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. Misses off the inside. And we are underway. Why to kick the pitch. And now 2-0.
2-0.
And a swing and a miss.
2-1.
Next offering way off the plate. Ripped to short. Adames the throw to first. One out in the top of the first. And time now for the Phillies lineup. And a key piece, a guy having a big season for them, Trey Turner.
Just really solid numbers. He's coming off of a month where he hit over 350. So when you talk about solid at bats, taking the walks, driving in some runs, he's doing it all right now.
And now it's Alec Bohm. 2 hits and 5 at bats yesterday. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Hit hard. That gets through.
Everything came together for him. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
And now here's a speed threat, outfielder Justin Crawford. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. First pitch just misses. And here it comes. In there at the knees. That clips the corner. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And now the count is even.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Next pitch misses, and it's 3-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Left-hand batter waits, and ball 4, 2 aboard.
Just missed his spot on the inside right there.
First and second, one out. Brandon Jordan stands in for the Phillies. Tons of pop. Right now he's third in the National League in homers. And that's in there at the knees.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
The 0-1. Line drive, caught. Throw behind the runner. They've got him doubled off. One left for Philadelphia, and now the Brewers will get their first cuts. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. And today's starting pitcher, Aaron Nola. What do you have on him, Chris?
He's been a very solid pitcher throughout his career. ERA around 3.5. What I like is he competes, he stays in the game, and he gives his team an opportunity to win.
Bottom of the first, and now the rookie second baseman, Bryce Terang.
The second baseman.
The wind of the pitch. Ball one, no strikes.
1-0.
Righty delivers. Just missed. Just missed.
3-1.
And the righty deals. Hot shot to third. Fires over to Hoskins. One gone, bottom half of the first.
Batting second.
Here's the Brewers lineup put together by Craig Counsell. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Luis Urias.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. And when he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency, that bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
Christian Yelich, batting with one down, takes a strike. One down, base is empty. And it's 1-1. When Nola was in college at LSU, he got a chance to play with his brother, Austin, who was the team's shortstop, and as well his roommate was Alex Bregman. That one ripped. That's a base hit.
He was all over that one. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
And now it's William Contreras. Yelich goes. Pitch is low. Real Muto throws, not in time. It's a stolen base.
Well, a nice lead and a nice steal there to get into scoring position with the heart of the order at the plate. That might just lead them to pitching around these hitters a little more because of the open base, but it's early in this ball game. Can't imagine it'll change the attack plan too much.
Yelich, the runner at second with one away. Next offering is down low. Appears they're working around him with the base open, Singy.
Well, you know, these 2-0 counts, Boo, they're just not what they used to be, and we sound like old guys when I say that, but ultimately this is a strategic game, and you expect to see this type of approach by the pitcher in this situation.
Here's a 2-1.
That's the ball. 3-1.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Yelich flies around third. He'll score, and it's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
1 out, runner at second. And now it's Rowdy Tellez. On the ground right side, and it goes just foul. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
Right-hander kicks, deals, and strike 2. Runner at second here, 1 gone. And down on strikes, and 2 away now.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Willie Adames stands in. And the pitch is in for a strike. 0-1. In the air on the infield, Turner should have it. And that is that. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's an early 1-0 lead. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back. Here's the veteran first baseman, Rhys Hoskins. Miley back to work. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Out to short. On the run, throw to first. 1 out in the second.
That is good. The right fielder, number 8, Nick Castellanos.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. 2 hits for him in yesterday's game. That one outside, and it's 1-0. Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. Around first, digging for 2. To second, but way too late, safe there.
All over that one right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. What a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
And now here is Harper, the National League leader in runs batted in this year. That's in for a strike.
0-1.
Kicks and fires. Now this is in the air down the line. Squeezes it, and there's 2 down.
Batting it. The catcher, JT.
And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. In there for strike 1.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Taylor makes the play, and that is the inning. Phillies strand one. They trail here 1-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the Brewers DH, Jesse Winker. Jesse Winker, a former first-round pick, a guy who was drafted originally by the Reds. He was an all-star starter in 2021 in that National League outfield with Brian Reynolds and his then Reds teammate Nick Castellanos. The pitch. Yeah. Can't field it cleanly, but the throw to first gets him easily, and that's the first out.
Batting 7, the third baseman, Luis Urias.
Here's Luis Urias. He was born in Buffalo, so that means he's part of Bills Mafia. He's a big Buffalo Bills fan. That one misses in the dirt. Next offering is in for a strike.
Boog, one of our favorites. Jerry Hillsdale umpiring behind home plate in this one. Pretty much by the book with his strike zone.
And because he's so by the book, you'll sometimes see pitchers questioning him. They'll make a good pitch on the edge of the zone, want the strike, and not get the call. But most of the time, Jerry gets it right. He's a good one. And he deals. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see these guys a lot.
Yeah, Boog, these guys are all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with some of these guys.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the right fielder, Tyrone Taylor. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Stott over to first in time. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Gone in order are the Brewers, but they're on top 1-0. Back here at the ballpark, all set for the start of the inning. And stepping in is the speedy Bryson Stott. The pitch. Stott in his second season, 25 years old. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over .350 in his last 10. Close, but called a ball. Ball 2. Top of the zone for a called strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Next pitch misses inside, and the count is 3-1. Left-hand hitter waits. Check swing, but he went too far. 3-2 down. And that's ball 4.
That's a nice at bat and a great take on 3-2. Probably could have gone either way in that spot around the knees.
Trey Turner at the plate. In there, and it's 0-1.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Stop. Gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And he grounds one back up the middle. Dives, but it's off his glove. Goes to second. Safe there.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
And now it's going to be Alec Bohm. That one's in there, 0-1. No outs, runners at first and second. Flares it into the outfield. And that'll fall for a base hit. And they're happy to play station to station right here. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. It didn't exactly connect with this one as he met it out front, but he still put a decent enough swing on it to get it into the outfield. You know, and if you finish the swing and just extend your follow-through, you're going to run into knocks just like that.
Now it's going to be Justin Crawford. That's in there, and that's strike one. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. That one not close. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Bases juiced, no outs. Swing and a miss, and now 2-2.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Huge strikeout there. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Now it's the cleanup hitter for the Phillies, Brandon Jordan. Pitch misses inside, 1-0.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
The 1-0. And that one cutting but missing down low. One down, Phillies down a run. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
The 2-1. That one is upstairs.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. One out, base is full. And now the lefty. Got him! And now 2 gone.
Well, this is where the team aspect really comes into play on the offensive side of the game, right? I mean, missed opportunity to tie it up with the runner at third, 1 out, couldn't put the ball in play. So now it's time to pick him up. And that's where good teams, they go to. They operate on this level of next man up. That mentality is what causes them to win series, get into the postseason. And that helps keep the energy and morale high in the dugout.
Hoskins up to bat next, lays off for a ball. Next offering is fouled back.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
2 outs, bases are full. So now 1-2.
1-2.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back here in Milwaukee, and the batter now, Garrett Mitchell.
The center fielder.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Nola back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Mitchell hitting ninth in today's lineup. A former first-round pick in 2020. The next pitch misses.
That's a ball.
And that is ball one.
1-1.
Mitchell checks his swing. Appeal down to third. He went around, says Rusty Valentine. The 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike three.
Finished him off by blowing it by him up high, but they did a really nice job of setting that pitch up. The plan of attack early on was to keep everything down around the knees, so that was a good call to change his eye level and run it by him for the K.
This is Bryce Terang. Grounded out his first time up. On the corner at the knees for a strike. Here comes a pitch. Tried to check his swing there, appeal to third, and he went around. Ruled a swing. Got him looking. Couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball at the knees.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Two outs, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Christian Yelich. There's a strike. Yelich goes 6 feet 3 inches, 195 pounds. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. 2 down, nobody on. Late swing, foul to the left. Sets him down on strikes. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. They lead it 1-0. Back here at American Family Field, here's Nicholas Castellanos.
Nick Castellanos.
The pitch. And that one is inside ball 1. And the 1-0. And it's fouled away.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Here's a 1-1. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Tellez makes a nice running catch.
The left fielder, number 3,
Bryce Harper to the plate. First offering, and it just misses. And that one clips the corner.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Next pitch off the plate, and it's 2-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Here's Harper. The count 2-1.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
The wind of the pitch. And now it's filled up. Popped up. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, catcher,
JT Realmuto steps in. Hit it well, but flied out to the deepest part of the outfield his first time. There's a strike. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle and a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
This is Bryson Stott. First offering misses the mark. At the belt and fires. So 2 balls and no strikes. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Two and 0 to count. Here it comes. Found back our way, and that's out of play. That one in for a strike. 2-2. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. One left for Philadelphia. They're down 1-0. Welcome back. John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, William Contreras. And a pitch. That clips the corner. There's a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Tellez takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
1-0.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
Strike.
And he swings over the top there.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Struck him out looking. Fastball at the letters, froze him for strike 3.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
And here is Willie Adames. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Two outs. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Righty to the plate. That one misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And that's outside. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1, 2, 3.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
New inning getting started. Trey Turner now. The pitch. Off the mark there. Ball 1. Activity in the bullpen for the Brewers. Jansen Junk up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Hauser warming up as well. The pitch. Line drive. That's a base hit.
Well, he's been working out of the stretch just about the entire game, Boo. A lot of base runners on against him, and he's just done a really nice job of scattering the hits, not giving up any runs. But at some point, your luck usually runs out.
No outs. Runner at first. And now for the Phillies, Alec Bohm. On the ground to third. Can't glove it cleanly. Not in time. He's safe.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
So digging in, Justin Crawford. Line drive. That's a fair ball inside third. Coming home. 1 runs in, around third. Throw cut off, down to the plate. The tag, and he's out. But 1 run is in to score.
The base runner did a great job of making that a close play at the plate with an excellent slide. Made the catcher work to get out there and put down the tag. The throw was on the money, and that's what made the difference. Big time play to cut down a run.
Brandon Jordan stands in for the Phillies. This guy, one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
And a pitch. That's a little bit low.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side, or the fans better look out in the stands.
Good hitters count to 2-0. There's the strike. Runner leads away at second. They say you win.
2-2.
Out towards left center. Reaching for it. Makes the catch. Runner tags up for third.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. And tell you what, those are really fun to make.
And the batter now is Rhys Hoskins.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
That catches the corner. Next offering is in for a strike.
Now, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
Check swing, appeal to first. No swing, just held it back there. Crawford on third with 2 out. Goes down looking. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. Home half of the 5th coming up. All tied 1-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's Jesse Winker. The wind and the pitch. Close one. Doesn't get the call. Ball 1. And that's downstairs and outside. And the pitch. Just missed.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Up now for Milwaukee, Luis Urias. His first at bat was a strikeout. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Yo one. Double play ball to second. There's one. On to Hoskins. Double play.
Sometimes double plays get turned so quickly that you don't really get to appreciate all of the finer details and how these guys execute it. Right there, really nice footwork, and a good feed to second was the key to pulling it off.
Now at the plate, Tyrone Taylor. And that's in there for strike 1. And the right-hander deals. There's a swing and a miss.
This game has been so tight, feels like the next team to score will win it.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. We played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Jansen Junk.
Well, he hasn't pitched in a while, coming on here after 5 days rest, so he should be rested, but we'll see if he has any rust to shake off.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Nick Castellanos. The wind of the pitch. These two offenses can put up runs in a hurry.
You know, these Phils really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen. And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
And the 3-0 finds the zone. Swing and a miss. And now 3-2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Mitchell gets under it. And out number 1 on the grab.
The left fielder, number 3.
Here's Bryce Harper. Harper, 30 years old now, and he's a former home run derby champ. In there for strike 1.
Some guys are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And that's outside. Bullpen activity starting up now. Matt Bush preparing to come on if needed. Payams getting loose as well. On the ground. Harper retired. And now it is JT Realmuto.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center.
And strike 1 to the catcher. Turned on, but foul wide of third. The wide to kick the pitch. Realmuto checks his swing. Now it appeal to first, and he went around. That's ruled a swing. No runs, no hits, no errors. 9-1 and 2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. All tied 1-1. And welcome back. Bottom of the 6th at the plate. Garrett Mitchell. The right-hander back to work. In the air, left field. Hauls it in for the out.
Up next for Milwaukee.
Here's the second baseman, Bryce Terang.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Upstairs.
Nope, ball.
Next pitch is outside. Sinker catches the zone at the knees. Ground ball to Bohm. Slings it across, and a couple of quick outs.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Now it's Christian Yelich. Singled back in the first and scored their only run. He's 1 for 2. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
And the righty deals. To the right side. Hoskins takes it himself out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Nothing doing here this half. 7th inning coming up. All tied 1-1. Back here in Milwaukee, top of inning number 7. Now it's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. Junk back to work. Good eye right there. Two balls, no strikes, the count. Kicks and deals. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Righty delivers. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. And now 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Right-handed reliever. And down on strikes he goes. That's the first out at the top of the 7th. Here's Turner now.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field.
Check swing, no appeal.
Whoa, recognize that pitch just in time. Able to keep those hands back.
That one drifts inside.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
That one's in there. Now 2-1. And that's in for a strike. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Here's a 2-2. Got it. 2 gone. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. Check swing, went around, and it's 0-1. And the pitch. Off the mark there. And the count even 1-1. And that one just missed off the outside edge.
This batter has to understand his job is to get on base however he can. If he gets hit by a pitch, if he walks, maybe even singles. But you want to get the heart of the order up to the plate.
Now all even up. Ripped to third, but handled. And that'll end the inning. Down quickly go the Phillies. Score remains tied 1-1. bottom of the 7th. Here's the Brewers catcher now, William Contreras. The right-hander back to work. Ball one low.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
Next offering is fouled back. Here's a 1-1. And another ball. Swing, and that one hammered down the line. If it's fair, it's gone, and that is out of here. A towering home run. His 28th home run of the season, and the Brewers have the lead. It's 2-1.
So many times a sinker inside is a foul ball off the ankle for the batter. But that time he did a really nice job of staying inside the pitch and getting through.
Here's Rowdy Tellez, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch, and he just misses.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The 1-0. That one fouled off. Left-hand batter waits. Tellez tries to check his swing. Now a look to third, and that's going to be ruled a swing. And it's even up. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
First pitch, just misses. And that's outside.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Kicks and fires. Up the middle. Fires over to Hoskins, and they get Adames for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jesse.
So here's the Brewers DH, Jesse Winker. That catches the top part of the zone, and that is strike 1. Gets him to chase after that one. Right-hander kicks, deals. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater, but the Brewers add 1 with a solo shot. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. So they turn things over to one of their young arms, Aaron Ashby. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters.
Now pitching for the Number 26, Aaron Ashby.
Well, one-run game. Justin Crawford stands in for the Phillies. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And he deals. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Action in the pen down there. Devin Williams, the closer of this staff, is getting loose to finish this one off. And there's the strike.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
The tying run at the plate. Good eye right there. That's in there. 2-2 now.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Chopper right side. Tosses to first. Important first out to begin the 8th.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Jordan in the box now. Takes strike one.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
And a foul ball. Looking to get the tying run on base. And now 1-2. Stays alive. Next offering misses, and the count is even 2-2. Check swing. Did he go? No.
Well, this guy's going to have to slow things down. There's no reason for him to even check swing on that pitch. Was never even close.
On the ground, out to short. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
Well, looked like a pretty routine play. Just couldn't get it to stick in the glove as he gets tagged with the error. Should have been 2 outs in the inning, but now they have to work around it and get 2 more.
And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. They say it went.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
And the lefty with the 0-1. Ball one there. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Jordan, the runner at first, with 1 gone in the inning.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, try to stay out of a double play here.
So now 1-2 to Rhys. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Ashby checks on first. Low throw, and he can't dig it out. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the third time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
And now Nick Castellanos. Castellanos swings and lifts a high fly ball. Deep left field. And it's caught just in front of the wall. One error in the inning, but nothing more. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Brewers 2 and the Phillies 1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Gregory Soto.
And he's had a really hard time throwing strikes so far this season. His walk rate is up there among the worst in the league for relievers.
Gregory.
Up now for Milwaukee, Luis Urias.
The third baseman, Luis Urias.
And here it comes. That just misses, and that's ball 1. Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Matt Strom getting loose out there. The 1-0. And a good eye there. Just off the outside part of the plate. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
Here's a 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk.
Take your base.
That could be a tone setter for the inning. 4 straight pitches and the leadoff batter's on base. We'll see if the next guy waits until there's a called strike before he takes the bat off his shoulder.
So up next, Tyrone Taylor. And takes low for ball 1. Soto, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a 4-seamer, a slider, and he works in a changeup. That one misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Nobody out. Runner at first. Two 1 pitch is in there, and the count is even. And now the count filled up 3-2.
Count is full.
The punch out there. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called 3rd strike.
Mitchell in the box again, takes a strike.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
That one pushed foul. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him. That's the 2nd out. Here's the leadoff man for the Brewers, Bryce Terang. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at 2nd. 2 on now with 2 away. Here's Yelich at the dish. in there, and it's 0-1. Urias, the lead runner, out at second. Terang on at first with 2 down. Slapped foul. The 0-2. And look out, as that one ran in and got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Well, a few things can go wrong when you are delivering a pitch. That grip, slip out of your hand, release point, wind up, all of those things. And I think it's safe to say at least one of those, if not more than one, got away from him.
Contreras, the next to hit, takes low for a ball.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
Next pitch, not close, up high.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
The next offering misses, and that's ball 3.
At risk of walking in a big run here, and these fans really letting him hear it as well.
Reeled down. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. The 3-1. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Harper has a beat on it. He's got it, and that will end the inning. Brewers leave them loaded. They lead it 2-1. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Devin Williams.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
Here's Harper now. Infielder shifted to the right, shortstop just to the left of second. The pitch. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. And the 0-1.
Well, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes, even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
And a swing and a miss. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday, another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Here's the catcher to hit, JT Realmuto, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1. One-run game here in the top of the 9th. Next offering is in the dirt. And a swing and a miss. Got him swinging.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Last chance for the Phillies. And digging in for Philadelphia, Bryson Stott. Hard ground ball, base knock.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Trey Turner with a chance now. That one off the mark, and that is ball 1.
Right now they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. And that one almost got him. Now fly ball to right center. Mitchell gets under it. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers strand the tying run on base to win.
With this win here today, you've won the first 2 games of this 3-game series. So you would think the work is done. But when you're at home, I don't believe so. You got to come back with a mindset for game 3 that you want to win it and you're going to go out and do everything that it takes. You win like that at home, you position yourself for good things down the stretch.
And your final score here today, 2-1. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.